Alright, good evening to you all. I hope you are doing well. We got a box. We got a bag and a box inside. This is one of their EXP models, one of the Crocs extra special models. I don't know what EXP stands for, but it's a white box Croc. Their EXP models are a white box. So, I had reviewed this particular model before. This is the Quick Trail, just the Quick Trail, in the Mossy Oak, or the Quick Trail Mossy Oak Walnut. That's the full title. I don't know how it's broken up, but this is on sale right now, like 50% off. It originally goes for $110. It's going for $55 right now. So that kind of twisted my arm. An experiment in expression. I figured 50% off, sure. I wanted to try the newer version of these because I think these now have a light ride insole to them. The first time I tried this particular model, it was the Light Ride Low in the... what collab was it? I brought them out. We'll do a comparison. It was the Satisfy collab. The Satisfy joints. So we'll pull these out. I wasn't a big fan of these, and I will explain why later. But I think they've... sorry for the bag noise. I think they've since redesigned these. So, and also I sized up, where I had sized down with those, and they fit okay, but I needed an insole in them, so once I put an insole in them, then they got too small. So I just went up on these. I don't know if they have a light ride in the bottom or not, but if they don't, we'll just put those insoles in these and see how they fit then. So we'll figure it out. But for 50% off, I figured it would be worth the video. If they're still garbage, then I'll send them back and get my money back, because I'm kind of poor right now, so I could probably use that $50. But these do look a little nicer than the previous model, the Satisfy collabs, which also retailed for $110. It's an expensive model, man. Crocs is getting so pricey. But anyways, let's go take a read. I have screenshotted on the app the write-up for these, because they're only available on the app. You won't find them on the Crocs website. So we'll still go read what the app says about them. All right, let's go. Follow me. All right, so let's see what the app has to say about this model. The Quick Trail. Breathable design. The Quick Trail was thoughtfully designed to keep you fresh with every step. This high-energy silhouette features a mesh textile cuff for comfortable breathability and ventilation holes, punctuating the upper for strategic airflow. I don't know why I paused on that. Secure and supported fit. Lock in with the Quick Trail's drawstring cinch for a customized fit. The adjustable lacing offers stability without compromising comfort. Multi-directional traction. Designed with movement in mind, the Quick Trail was crafted with a unique molded rubber for multi-directional grip. Stay sure-footed with a high-traction outsole so you can conquer any terrain with confidence. And I think that's it. So not a lot on the write-up for these, but I'll take some time to compare them to the other Quick Trails, and we'll see if there's anything different other than the upper. And I hope they put in the light ride insole. If not, then I will most likely send these back, because they just don't have a good footbed to them. They don't really have good ergos. There's not a lot of arch support, so... Alright, let's go take a look at them in hand. Alright, let's take a look at these Quick Trails. They look pretty nice. I like the camo print. It's a nice wrap, it's very clean. There's our Crocs logo there. Let's take a peek and see what the sole looks like. See what the insole... I hope they put in the light ride. I don't know if they did or not, though. Doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe they did. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. It's got some squish going on there. They might have salvaged this model. These might be really good. I might be tempted to keep these now. Yeah, these are nice and squishy. I think they did. One thing I've been observing, because I've been wearing the Surge a lot, they're starting to form to my foot. So apparently the Light Ride over time will eventually start to form to your foot, which is fantastic, because that just is more comfort over time. Alright, so we got our little Crocs logo there, kind of hidden, embedded, embossed, relief, whatever you call that. And we've got some good ventilation holes on this model in the front, but they're elongated. You can still put gibbets in them. I'll show you when we get to the Satisfy collab. I've got a couple gibbets in that particular model. But, ooh, there's some glue right there. See where it's dark? I'm guessing this is just glued in. It might be stitched though too. But there's a flaw right there in these. So they look pretty good. That hole's a little crude. You see I got a hanger right there, but it's low. I can clean it up. All right. So I kind of like the angle of the upper, instead of it just being kind of like straight across. I don't know. It's got some nice curvilinear qualities to it. This whole curve right here, and then it kind of tightens around the back. We got a little more accent there too for the back. Same thing with the tread, and then the back here too, a little bit of an arch for the heel and stuff. So that's not too bad looking. I kind of like that. And we got a good pull string there, or a pull tab there. This is leather. This feels like real leather. So that's pretty nice. And then there's kind of a mesh here on this upper, which should breathe pretty well. There's a little bit of mesh there, and then we've got a little drawstring pull tab here. So this is a little nicer than the one on the collabs, the Satisfy collabs. I'll show you that one, but I don't know how effective this is. Oh, it looks like it's got some good pull to it, and this is elastic also. So, and they've kind of got a little nicer of a cinch mechanism on these than the Satisfy collabs. It's just a little S-hook. It's just cheap little S-hook. I complained about that, just as far as how expensive these are. And that's all they gave you, with this little S-hook to cinch it. I'll show you when we get to the comparison. And then there's a nice rubber inlay on the outsole here. Give you some nice traction. I don't recall if this is on that model or not. And then we've got I think it's just a Croslite outsole here. Yeah, it's just a Croslite on the other part here. So I went with the 12s. Like I said, I went up in size with this model this time, since the 11s were snug when I put the insoles in, so I was just kind of accommodating for that. If I needed to put insoles in this model also, at least it's a little bit bigger, so it will work. Oh, and then there's a nice rubberized toe on the end here too. Nice little accent on the toe. A little bit of a toe tread too. It comes up, so it's pretty nice. Nice little rugged outsole. This is kind of a good like hiking boot type model. So I think that's all we have to show in hand. It doesn't really say if it's a light ride, but it's got enough squish going on to it that it feels like it's kind of a light ride insole to it. So, all right, let's compare them to the old model, the collabs. Oh, this has already been returned. Look at, somebody already clipped the tags on these. It's Mossy Oak. They don't know how to undo it without clipping it. All right. Excuse the bag noise. This is how this collab came in this giant bag. Let's Satisfy. So I really like this model when I first came across it. When I first saw it, I really liked how it looked, but then just the fit and the lack of like arch support and stuff, like these felt like putting a boot on without any insole. So I picked up these Nix Max outdoor insoles. You buy them to fit, so these might be too small for this model, but I don't know, it feels the same, dude. This feels the same. We might have the same issue with these. Yeah, that insole feels the same, so there's no arch with these, so I don't know. Those might end up going back, but all right, we'll compare them real quick. So you see this upper, this is better on this model. This is their drawstring here, and all they give you is this little S hook here to cinch the string down if you want to tighten it. And it just falls off. I paid full price for these. These were $110. But I didn't realize I didn't like them until I had already like worn them outside and stuff. So that's why I tried to salvage them with these. But since this is a size up, if I really wanted to, I could try to get larger insoles. These are made for Crocs. They have a little wider of a fit to them so that they fill the whole foot of the Croc. Since Crocs tend to have a kind of a unique dimension to them, where if you just get regular insoles, it doesn't fit properly. You have extra space on the sides because Crocs tend to be a little wider than normal shoes. But you can see I've got some gibbets in this model too. So you can still put gibbets in it. Got a little Ewok and Techno Lincoln. So it will still gibbet. It's just, they're just elongated. But alright, I think that's everything. It looks like these are relative too as far as the rubber inlay. It's just the same color as the foam, the Croslite on this model, so it's hard to differentiate between materials, but this is the same rubber inlay as it is on these. You can see these are the same model. They didn't really change much other than the upper. So we'll see if they change the footbed at all. If they're just as flat as these, I will probably send those back. Just because I'm really poor right now and I can use that $50 towards my consumers. So let's throw them on foot and see if they've changed the footbed at all. But I think that's everything I have to compare to with these. It's pretty much the same silhouette, just with the mossy oak wrap and then the different upper. So this is better with the leather and stuff, and the cinching mechanism and the captured string too. It's not loose like this one. So this is a better version of these. But let's actually, I'll keep these out, and I might put those insoles in them if these are just as uncomfortable. But if you've got like flatter feet, these will probably be okay for you. I need arch support, otherwise things don't fit me well. My feet will hurt and ache in them if I don't have enough arch support. So that's just a problem with this model that I discovered with the Satisfy collab. It didn't have enough arch for my feet. So let's throw them on foot and find out. Alright, still wearing the Unforgettables. I'm tempted to try the Unwell collab. I'm not familiar with that Unwell, but they've got the long, like faux fur version of the Unforgettables, like those slippers that the Luxe, what were those called? The Cozy Luxe. I kind of like those. They're very, very cozy, but they've got that long faux fur on them. So that might be a cool version of these Unforgettables, because I really like these. I really like this model. But I kind of like the Shirlene though too on this model, and the camo. But I'm just, I'm tempted to try those Unwell ones and see how, why are these dirty? Oh, because they were returned already. And see how those are in the, oh, these actually feel a little bit better. They are with the faux fur. So, these seem to have a little more ergos going on with them. Let me put them on side by side and see if I can pick up on the different dynamic of the footbed. These just feel a little bit better than these. Maybe it's just the sizing. It just fits my foot better, where these things aren't lined up properly. Like the arch is too far forward on this model. It's up towards the forefoot, and it's not back underneath the arch where it needs to be. Where this model, it's kind of lined up a little bit better with my arch. But I don't know. They don't feel like they're sized too differently. But they are. I put them side by side, and they were, you know, it's obviously a different size. So, but there's, I don't know, they're still kind of lacking in terms of the arch. But let's do a little walking in them. So they're kind of loose. That was one thing I didn't really care for with this model when I first tried them, is there's just a lot of space with them in there. They kind of flop around a little bit. They're a cool model though. They look really good. But yeah, they're just kind of loose fitting. So I guess if you're wanting like a real casual, a little more aggressive croc, maybe for some more outdoor oriented activities. But these aren't super warm though. They've got a lot of ventilation on them. So we're starting to get into the cooler months. Your feet might be cold in these if the temp is too cold. Yeah, I don't know how good of a cinch system this is. This is giving me, that one model. Hang on, that's gonna drive me nuts. The other model that had the infinity drawstring on it, that was the Achilles heel for me with it, is I wasn't able to cinch it on foot as well, or like well enough, and they fit too sloppy. This is giving me the same issue. This isn't tight enough. This little crimp mechanism here, and the elasticity of this string, like, it's not cinching down enough, and it's just right up here, so it's not cinching down like it needs to. Like, these probably would be okay if they just laced them. Just open this up and give it a tongue and give it some laces. This would be a good model, because then you can actually cinch it down on foot and it wouldn't be so floppy like these are. So, they look better in their like approach, but this just isn't functional. It just slides. Like, I don't even have to compress that button. It's just sliding on that. It's dumb. It's dumb. Disappointed. I'm disappointed in that. It's just cheap. It's just a cheap design. Bad design for $110. I see why these are on sale. Everybody's probably sending them back. They're just too floppy. Real quick, I'm gonna see what that model is that I'm comparing these to in my mind. All right, it's the Trail Break is the one I'm referring to. Just in terms of the fit, the poor fit with these. So they don't cinch down enough. They're just too floppy. Same issue I had. Well, one of the same issues I had. What did I do not like? One of the same issues I had with the Satisfy collabs. So these are not fitting any differently. I don't think they have the light right in them. Otherwise, they would be more comfortable. I think it's just a Croslite, but it's just a thick layer of Croslite, so it feels a little softer If they put the light red footbed in these, it would probably be better. But I'm still kind of getting the lack of ergonomic support with these that I experienced with these Satisfies. So these are no different. These are no different. And in fact, I can probably cinch those Satisfies down better because the drawstring on those is not elastic. Granted, they only give you that little S hook. I can still cinch those down a little bit better, but it's limited in its tightness, just towards that top, the very top of that upper. Like right here. That's the only place that it tightens down, even on the Satisfies. And these I can't even really get to tighten down because of how poorly designed this aspect of it is. This elastic infinity lace with this cheap, I don't know what these are called, but it's too cheap. It's not working. It's not like holding in place and cinching down at all. These are just floppy. I don't see these as being practical in their function and their design. Like if you're gonna design something as like an outdoor oriented, like rugged, aggressive, like hiking oriented footwear, but then you don't allow the mechanism and the means to cinch it down on your foot. Like what's the point, you know, other than just a poor design? Like why are you even bothering with this model? That's my feedback. It's like, make it like a lace system or something, or actually try to create some sort of mechanism other than just this. It's just design. It's just pure design. And I kind of gathered that too with that trail brake model. Is their lacing thing on the top is not functional. It's just there for aesthetics, for design. It doesn't work. So if you want a loose, floppy, aggressive Croc, they look cool, but I'm sending these back. I'm not really happy with these. I was kind of excited that they were different, but it worked out because I wanted to try them again in the larger size. Like I'm not even gonna bother with those insoles. I'm just gonna send them back because I can't cinch them down. So it doesn't matter if I make the footbed more comfortable by putting the insoles in them. Like they're still gonna be floppy on foot, even though it has it will have a little better of a footbed to them. So I mean, if you're cool with that, if you're cool with them fitting loose, you know, now's a good time to get this model because they're on sale. Sorry, it's dark in there. Let me turn the kitchen light on. And now would be a good time to get this model because they're on sale for $55. I wish I would have gotten the Satisfies for $55. I wish I would have learned before I wore those outside to return those. That would have been $110 I would have gotten back because that's a model that just sits and collects dust. I should take those gibbets off and put them on something that I actually wear. I will put those on my Unforgettables because those have gibbet spots on the heel strap. Sweet. I will take those off those Satisfies and put them on the Unforgettables. So these they look cool. You know, I give them props for the aesthetics on them, but it's just a poorly designed model, I think, from my perspective. Unless you're cool with them fitting really loose like that, you know? Because like the clogs don't fit really tight, but the clogs fit better than these though. They're not, I don't know. Throw on, I got the Crafted right here. Compare. Yeah, these clogs even fit better. I don't have as much play in the clogs as I do these. It's because of that upper. Like the upper on these is tighter. It's tighter to my foot to where it actually like, it holds down pretty good. It's not as floppy. Like when I lift my foot up, I get about a ½ inch clearance between the bottom and where my foot is. So they're just loose, just flopping around. So, yeah, I don't know. If you're cool with that, you know, by all means, check them out, pick them up. I would go with your standard Croc sizing. Sorry, it took me 20 minutes, half hour to get to that point. But if you're looking at getting these, you know, I just don't like how loose they fit for their intent and purpose of being more of a rugged outdoor kind of a hiking boot. Like that would be my use with these. would be for like walking and hiking and stuff in them, but the fact that they fit so loose, like it makes it not practical for that activity. So at that point, you know, it's like getting a bike with square tires. What are you going to do with it other than just like try to look cool, you know? So they look good, but that's about it. That's about it. I don't have high marks for them as far as the comfort or the practicality of the design, but they look good. So if you want them to look good, then hey, check them out. They're cheap right now, otherwise it's really expensive, but yep, that's it. That's all I have to say about these. So we'll wrap this up. I'm going to show you real quick. These, I just realized on these Unforgettables, that was one positive that came out of this video, is I was able to extract, oh, hang on, my mic isn't on. All right, I got those gibbets off of the Satisfies. And I just realized, I remember reading, it said these had 4 gibbet holes in them, and I was like, what, where are the other gibbet holes? So these little loops here for your carabiner to tie them together, that's a gibbet. That's kind of cool. And then too, my little smuggling pouch here, that's also a gibbet. So I can put this on other Crocs. That's awesome. I love that. This is a great model. I love these more and more every day. Now I got some gibbets on them. Sweet. But all right, back to trash talking. The quick trails. Trash talking the quick trails. All right, let me make sure this is lined up properly. All right, that should be okay. Hopefully I'm in the shot and it's not too, hopefully I don't look too short. All right, so this is not a good model. I do not really recommend this model unless you are after like a very casual fitting kind of hiker. You know, like if you want a real casual fitting pair of Crocs model that has a little more of like a cool, rugged look to it, kind of like a hiker, but you don't actually plan on doing any hiking with it, you know, then maybe check this model out. But other than that, I'm not a big fan of this model. I will send these back. I don't need 2 pair of this Quick Trail that I'm not going to wear, because I'm not going to wear these. I don't wear the Satisfies. So granted, these do fit a little better in the 12s, so if you're looking at getting them, just go with your standard Croc size, whatever that is, because I usually go with 12s, and these fit better in the 12s than they do in the 11s. So I think that's everything. If anything else comes to mind, I'll make some notations while I'm editing this video. I'll get this edited tonight too and uploaded. I've got one more pair in a box that I will save for next weekend. But other than that, I don't have anything on order right now. I got to get some money. I ended up buying a vehicle this past week, so I spent all of my resources are gone. I got to rebuild my little nest egg financially, so it's going to be a little bit before I start getting some more unboxings coming, but that'll give me an opportunity to do some top 10 videos and do some other like best like winter Crocs or something. You know, I can do like the best videos. I want to do a top clog and mule video, because I've got a lot of good mules and clogs that I can compare and rank. So yeah, I'll figure out some good ideas for other videos to fill the void until I can start affording to purchase some more. But yep, that's about it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. Please like and subscribe, and leave your thoughts and comments below on this model if you actually like them. I don't judge you. They look cool, you know, like if I wanted a pair to look like cool with, like they look really good aesthetically. I give them props for that, but like I said before, they just aren't, they're not functional with their design, with their intended design. So, but that happens sometimes with Crocs. They have so many models out there, sometimes they just don't work. So, all right, thanks again. We'll see ya. Take care.